Pay close attention, dreamy dreamers, for these life-changing opportunities opening up for you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ, and let's hop right into today's reading. So today's reading is a pick a card on these life-changing opportunities that are opening up for you. Okay, we have 3 piles: pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Pile number 1, we have our malachite crystal egg, which to me looks kind of like a watermelon from this angle. Tap your reservoirs with burdock. Pile number 2, we have our beautiful Amazonite heart-shaped crystal with spirit into matter, trillium. In pile number 3, we have this beautiful oval amethyst crystal with pocket of protection yarrow. I'll give you all some time to meditate on your pile selection. All right, dreamy dreamers. So again, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 1s, welcome to your reading. So you all chose this beautiful malachite crystal, and it's interesting because I kind of turned it the other way, and it's really giving me watermelon energy for some reason, and watermelon can represent fertility. So with the malachite crystal and the selection of the tap your resources burdock card, what I'm getting, pile number 1s, regarding life-changing opportunities opening up for you is you're in a stage of transformation, or there is a very pronounced stage of transformation blossoming open for you, right? You're in a very fertile and fruitful time, and you have all the resources you need. Tap into them. It's almost like, you know, a person who is kind of like waiting to make changes, even drastic ones, right? And they keep saying, oh, well, once this happens, then I'll do that, right? Once circumstances change, then I will be the best version of myself. You don't even have to wait to get something in order to start to transform your life in the way that you've been wanting to transform it, pile number 1s. I feel as if spirit is telling you you have all the resources available to you. And sometimes when we're busy with our day-to-day lives, we don't see it that way, right? But spirit is saying you literally have everything you need to get started on the journey to becoming your best self, or the best version of yourself. And I say that for lack of a better term, but to transition into whatever it is that you've been telling yourself that you've wanted to do for quite some time, but you haven't really been doing it, okay? So let's put your card and crystal here, and then we're going to get deeper into this message. So let's start with the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards. I've already shuffled off camera. We'll give it one good shuffle. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck for our pile number 1s, for giving clear, concise, accurate messages regarding the life-changing opportunities opening up for our pile number 1s. Life-changing opportunities. Wow. Okay, this one flew out. So we have full moon in Libra, find a balance. We just are transitioning out of the full moon in Aries, right? And I believe the beginning of the month, we had a new moon in Libra. So I feel like this is interesting because I feel like you're really starting to find your balance and your equilibrium where you haven't in a while. Pile number 1s. I feel like you're transforming mentally first, right? And then the external will figure in, okay? But let's get one more card. Okay, we're going to take all these because it's interesting. They look very similar to one another, and they're in stark contrast from this card, okay? So we have the last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave the past behind. We have new moon in Taurus, know your worth. And then we have first quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. So here is what I'm getting so far. With the full moon in Libra, find a balance. I feel like that is literally where you are right now. Whether you're in a transitional period in your life, whether you're trying to become more clear on the things that you want or the aspirations that you want to go forward, you are finding that balance right now. I feel like just seeing 444 on the timestamp too. You are finding that balance and that equilibrium. And I feel like maybe there was this full moon cycle or this past cycle, right? The new moon to the full moon that gave you that clarity that you needed. Okay. This last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave the past behind. Some of you all could be Libras, just going back for a bit. Some of you all could be Libras, some of you all could be Capricorn, some of you all could be Taurus. Heavy emphasis on earth energy though, as well as air. But some of you all could be Capricorns or Tauruses. But what I'm getting for the last quarter moon in Capricorn is leave the past behind. Like know your worth and know that your worth isn't predicated on anything that has happened prior to today. You know, it's how you treat yourself in the present moment that will, feed upon how you're going to feel about yourself tomorrow and the next day or the next week or a year from now, right? It's okay to start over. That's what I'm getting here, right? Know your worth with the new moon in Taurus. Understand that, you and your feelings have validity. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're a type of person to always put other people above yourself, right? Maybe you have felt at one point or another that was an admirable trait of yours, but in reality, it was just giving you permission to play small, pile number ones. And I feel like the opportunity that's coming up in your life now that's opening up for you is to not play small and to not shrink yourself in the presence of others. And that could be anybody. That could be the people you're the closest to, or even strangers. I know some people have a propensity to do that, and it's very natural to them because, they've never given themselves the audacity to play all out, to be who they truly came to this earth to be, I really hope that makes sense. The last card here, we have the first quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. I feel like to be authentically kind is to put yourself first and to allow everyone to get the remnants of that, of you putting yourself first. And now let me break that down. What I mean by that is to be authentically kind, right? Is to be your kindest self. And to be authentically kind, you have to be filled up. You have to be filled up so much to the point where your cup runneth over, proverbially, right? So you have a reservoir, and with that reservoir, you give to others. It's almost like the 9 of Pentacles, right? She has 9 pentacles, 6 on one side and 3 on the other. And to me, that depicts she has enough to keep for herself, right? Even to the point of, being able to afford or, obtain certain luxuries in life, but also she has enough to where she can give, and I always like that card because I figure, wow, that's such a great interpretation and a reminder, right? So let's delve deeper into these life-changing opportunities that are opening up for you. Okay, pile number 1. So beautiful energy here. We literally have 3 major arcanas that came out for you. First one is Alchemy, card number 14, which in the traditional tarot is the Temperance card. We have the 10 of Earth, which translates into the 10 of Pentacles, the Magi, card number 1, which is the Magician, and the Tower, card number 16, okay? So in essence, what I am getting here is there's definitely a huge transformation and change for the better. And with that will come abundance, and everything you could ever want and more in this lifetime. Okay. You have to remember you create your reality, right? You can create anything you set your mind to with this alchemy card here. And I feel like there is a situation that might not have seemed the greatest that you're turning on its head, okay? Especially with this alchemy card. You might be taking lemons and making lemonade, but whatever the case, this is all for a reason. This is not just happening for any random occurrence. This is happening to catapult you into your highest version of yourself and into your highest timeline, let's say, right? So with the Magician here, I feel like this is a manifestation also that is coming into play. And as we were saying, that you have tap your resources, right? As we were saying, you have everything that you need in order to begin to start living as your best self now. This hence this Magician, right? You can create in your imagination with the Magician here and the alchemist and alchemy here, right? And know that things will change, and whatever that hasn't been working from however long up until now, things will shift. Okay, they don't have to be cataclysmic shifts. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but they will shift for the better, especially with these three major arcanas: alchemy, transmutation, that too, but temperance, which is finding a balance, right? You are getting into the balance of creation, right? With the Maggie here, which is the Magician, you having everything in your arsenal, everything in your toolbox to create what you want. And the Tower here, that represents stark change, right? Very stark change, sometimes even abrupt, but change can be good. It doesn't always have to be bad or riddled with grief or anything like that. It could be good. It might be startling because you might experience it out of nowhere, but it's always for the better, right? So that's what I'm getting here with this 10 of Earth. Given this change and this kind of like turnaround that your life is taking, right? That Spirit is giving you the opportunity and opening up for you. It's interesting because I see this person coming out on the other side of these three major arcanas, of what they've been creating with their mind's eye, right? With the Maggie, of every little instance that they've been taking that has maybe been perceived as a bad thing, and then they turning it on its head and making it a good thing, and even being shaken up a little through the trial and error that has been taking place, and they have come out of the portal, they have come out of it the other way, more resilient, more abundant, more peaceful, right? They have everything that is perceived to be what people could, only wish and hope for in this reality, right? That's what I'm seeing you have. But how you do that is you continue to transform and realize that your energy is very fertile at this time, and you tap all the resources that you have around you, and you can do it. Okay, so we're going to conclude your reading with some messages from the guides, transformation cards. Worry is a wasted emotion. Do not worry. You don't need to worry about anything, pile number ones. Keep going, right? And keep fulfilling yourself, filling your own cup up. Sometimes we worry about the people in our lives, if they're good, if they're going to stay with us, if, we're going to have longevity and connections and stuff like that. Whatever the case, there's no need to worry. If you focus on yourself and become the best version of you possible, and, be the best person in the relationships, and I'm just using relationships as an example, in the job, in the career, in whatever, fill in the blank, right? You won't have to worry, okay? You won't. Bottom of the deck, express your feelings. So if you feel something, say it, especially if we're talking about relationships in regards to someone. Be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable with someone else, but most importantly, yourself, okay? Maybe you might need to write. Maybe you might need to have a journal session. Maybe you might need to release some emotions or some feelings through some movement, do what applies to you, pile number ones. But ultimately, spirit is allowing you to really transform into the person who you want to be, or who you're saying you want to be. And you have everything that you need. You don't have to wait any longer. You can do it right now, okay? I feel like that was a message. Go about life like you have a sense of urgency. Understand that, we are mortals. Dwell and linger on your mortality. And I feel like sometimes we get so lost in just the mundane and the day-to-day instances to where we forget we're mortal, right? And because we're mortal, and because, transitions happen all the time, why would we worry, and why would we spend our time worrying and being of disservice to ourselves, right? That's what that ambulance just, kind of reiterated to me right now. So with that being said, dreamy dreamers, I love you all so much. I really hope this message resonated with you. If it did, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided today. If you all are interested in booking a personal reading with me, look no further, where you can email me. Will be in the description box down below. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number twos, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this beautiful Amazonite crystal heart along with spirit into matter trillium, okay? So what I'm getting for you regarding the life-changing opportunities that are opening up is you're starting to remember again, because it's not like you haven't been told, or it's not like you don't know, that your thoughts create your reality, right? And you have some gems in that mind of yours, right? And they're about to sprout very beautiful flowers, right? Through these gemstones that you are reconciling back with. And I say that could be the throat chakra, that could be the crown chakra, and that could be from the root chakra, right? So it's almost like how you're grounded in your truth and how that is projected out into the ethers to make manifest. I just seen 111 on the clock, okay? Spirit into matter. I also feel like the life-changing opportunity that's opening up for you is, now that you have remembered this again, you're gonna go full speed ahead into making sure that your mind is right, making sure that your spirit is right, because spirit turns into matter, right? It's like when you think it, you can have it, you can achieve it, right? Everything that is tangible here on this earth was produced from the mind, right? Let's say, like, if we have furniture in our house, the furniture, right? Let's say if the house that we live in, or the apartment that we live in, it was made, and at first it was a thought, right? It was just in the ethers. So I do want to read a little bit of trillium for you guys. I'll keep it quick, but I thought it was interesting that off camera, when I was shuffling for the pile selection, we got this card, because I'm like, oh my gosh, how long has it been since I have even seen this card in this deck? And I do have to place emphasis that I think the life-changing opportunity that's coming in for you is coming in quick, because you can see all these autumnal leaves here, right? And they're hiding other gems. So it's very interesting, but let's delve into it. It says spirit into matter trillium. Trillium is a rare jewel brightening the forest floor, quietly watching the darkness. She's not waiting for ghouls or ghosts. She fears nothing in these dim-lit woods. No, trillium is waiting on the first fleeting sparks of new life. Come, she says, drawing you deeper into the consciousness of the trees. Let's see what shall be born. While she's been awaiting birth for millennia, trilliums recently developed her invisibility, quietly blending into leaf, mulch, and fern patches, the dark places where ideas are incubated. On the edge of the abyss of all and nothing, she's ready to ease the transition from spirit to matter. Trillium helps with births. She often sees the first spark when other eyes still see darkness. I love this. I love this. I'm really happy that I read that for you guys too, because that's what I'm getting now. It's almost like, okay, so you guys are on YouTube a lot. I'm pretty sure, oh my gosh, we've been hit over the head proverbially with this winter arc or something, 90-day winter arc or something. This is what I'm getting here, right? It's almost like you kind of taking a step back into the abyss, into the darkness, so you can take massive steps forward, or you can make massive steps forward into your own growth and ability while it's dark, right? While it's winter and while it's fall, while everyone is kind of like, and everyone has this, right? Because this is a cyclic, right? So we're not alone in this. Everyone has this opportunity, but not many will pay attention to it, right? Not many will see it. So this could also be in like business or commerce or work or something like that with the Amazonite crystal here. And it's interesting because this blue reminds me of this blue. So this could mean really speaking your truth and really delving into the things that light you up and that make you, not just make you feel good, because as adults there are things we have to do that in life to stay afloat, right? Let's be real here. That don't always feel like, oh, joy, you know what I'm saying? But we can make it feel like joy. We can find joys in the monotony, and I think that's what's coming in. That's what's coming up here. There's going to be something that you have spoken into existence and it's working. Pile number twos, okay? It's working. You realize that, spirit is guiding you and your words really do create your reality, and, you're speaking things into existence, or something that you have talked about is now coming to the forefront, is now coming into existence. And I just seen 555 on the time clock. So let's delve deeper into these messages. Okay, I'm gonna take this because it kind of directed me to. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we have last quarter moon in Virgo. Attend to the details and almost be meticulous with your word. I was just out with a friend, and we had like a Saturday I didn't even know I needed. I have been so bombarded with work and the transition and the move. And I love my house. I love my new surroundings. It's great, but it has been a transition. And since I've been a lot busier with like, kind of like my day job, so to speak, I've been a bit stressed. And she had reached out to me at a very interesting time. And so we went out and it was like a great day. It was a great day. It was a great night, right? And we talked about manifestation, and we just talked about like knowing what you want is the hardest part, right? And I remember, I think we were like at this thrift store and I was telling her like, oh, I've been kind of like down or yada, yada, yada. And then I was like, you know what? I don't want to affirm that. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to affirm that. And she was like, yes, be meticulous with your word or something. She was basically quoting the Four Agreements. And I was like, oh my gosh, I needed to hear that. Like, thank you so much for stating that, because absolutely. And from there on, we had like an amazing night. So I say all that to say, attend to the details of how you're affirming your life, how you're affirming yourself, how you're affirming the world around you. Because what is it? When we change the way we look at the world around us changes. Okay. It really genuinely does start from within, and you have gems in your mind, So yeah. So yeah, we have full moon in Taurus with detoxify. Now, I think that's where spirit is really suggesting to you, pile number twos, this is where your biggest opportunity is going to come from. Maybe doing like a 7-day mental diet, or like really affirming in the morning when you wake up, having a gratitude list, and right before you go to sleep, maybe meditating and affirming what you want or how you see the day going, you know, in the best way possible. So with the full moon in Taurus, detoxify, ironically enough, all of these are speaking about earth energy, right? Grounded energy. And I feel like this is another opportunity. You can really ground your reality now. You can, you know, it might even be a little easier for you to manifest or to make these certain changes or detoxifications right now, while everyone is kind of, it's interesting because during the summer and towards the end of the year, people are celebrating. We have a lot of holidays that come up throughout the year for the most part, but a lot like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, major holidays. And I know in the US, right? So it might be different for other places around the world, but in the US, we have like major holidays towards the end of the year. So that could present obstacles or hurdles that you might think like, I want to lose at 5-10 pounds before next year or something like that. But, and this is just an example. You all are beautiful and gorgeous the way you are, but this is just like one of your most common examples. I want to do this before the end of the year, but how can I do it where I feel pressured almost or compelled to celebrate and, you know, be with my family 24/7 because it's the holiday season and that's what I'm conditioned to being with, right? We all love family. That's why we want to be successful, is to give our families more of us in our in time and resources, right? But sometimes we might have to sacrifice initially to put in the work or to put in the hours in order to see the ramifications of those benefits that we're working for, right? To be more with them, right? So I say all that to say, I feel like the biggest opportunity that you have that's life-changing that's coming in very quickly is the detoxification of your mind, and how paying attention to the details are going to serve you the most right now. Pile number twos, okay? So let's delve deeper. Okay, pile number two. So let's get into it. You all got the curiosity of air, which is a page of swords, the 9 of earth, which is a 9 of pentacles, the sovereignty of water, which is the king of cups, and the 3 of water, which is the 3 of cups. So very interesting. We have a lot of water energy here, which could represent emotions, right? You feeling some type of way, happiness, a grounded state of being. Ironically, sovereignty of earth, sovereignty of water being the king of cups. The king of cups is very emotionally grounded, right? So with the 3 of water, this could be about celebration, collaboration. This could even be about a harvest, right? A collective of people collecting a harvest, right? Enjoying themselves, enjoying each other's company and time. Whereas the 9 of earth, right? And it's interesting that I'm kind of jumping around here, but the 9 of earth would symbolize someone who is very independent, someone who is could even be independently wealthy, or an independent person who enjoys spending alone time and might think being alone is a luxury, right? So that could also be a life-changing opportunity that comes up for you, pile number twos, is that rethinking, right? Changing the way you're thinking about maybe solitude and independence, more so with the 9 of earth, right? With the curiosity of air, the page of swords is a very kind of like agile person. So their mind is agile. They're able to kind of, you know, see things from a different point of view and have fun with seeing things from a different point of view. They don't take life too seriously, right? They're very quick. They're very witty, right? So maybe even you're starting to want to learn more, read more, you know, exercise your wit a little bit more, and you are understanding that your solitude and your independence is your strength, is your superpower. And you're going to start doubling down and paying attention to the details that spirit is offering you to stay emotionally grounded during this time of independence. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. It's interesting though, because you could tell this woman is very well kept. And she does not mind spending time alone, but she kind of does look a little bored too, right? So it's almost like, how are you using your time? And I think this is where the attend to the details is last quarter moon in Virgo comes into place. I feel like you're very quick and you're very agile. So, just be aware of where your mind is going at any given moment. Also, it's interesting because this looks like a fox. I don't know if it is. Maybe it's a chinchilla, but she's wearing a fox around her neck, and this baby is holding a fox. So what does a fox mean to you? I know the fox as a spirit animal can symbolize wit, can symbolize a quick nature, could symbolize even trickster nature. So it's interesting because I wrote down right before I started any of the readings, an idle mind is the devil's plaything, right? And that's like a proverb. I don't know if it's known or unknown, but I've heard countless people in my family say it, and I never really understood it until I got older and spent much more time alone. And I realized that in today's society, because especially in America or in the US, we could be very individualistic. We spend so much time alone. It's to no wonder why there's so much like depression or anxiety. You know what I mean? Like, because we might be bombarded with information, but it's kind of like there is no real substance in the information. Like, it's a perception of not being alone through devices and stuff, but in actuality, we're probably feeling a lot more alone than we would let on. I really hope this makes sense, but that's what I'm getting here. I feel like for the first time in a long time, pile number 2, you're going to realize that, the life-changing opportunity that's opening up for you is using your time wisely and not allowing your thoughts to ruminate because of the idleness. I feel like my hair is standing up on that's interesting, but not allowing maybe certain points in your life to where you're independent or you are in a state of solitude to have that be a bad thing, right? So you might want to read more books. Maybe you do want to kind of like go out independently and take up a hobby or do something creative, something like that. The curiosity of air, the Page of Swords, is also very creative, hence their wit, right? But I feel like there will be an opportunity in a collaboration or a friendship to where you can get together with people around you, and through getting together with the people around you comes an opportunity. I do want to clarify this 3 of water here though. So very interesting. We have the sovereignty of fire, which is the King of Wands with the 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck and the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. So, you could be celebrating someone's leadership role or someone's victory, about obtaining a leadership role, or like feeling good, going to a party, looking good or something like that. Maybe you're taking the momentum of like, you're even, because we have 3 gems here and then we have 3 here, right? Doing things in a group or with a group of women or something like that in order to level up or to take action, or you'll be celebrating like the mastery of you being able to take action or something like that. It's interesting though, both at the bottom of the deck and this sovereignty of fire, they both have transportation. So it's reminding me of moving forward or momentum, right? You could be celebrating some form of momentum, momentous occasion, or the opportunities that's coming in, right? Yeah, maybe there's a beautiful opportunity surrounding a car or transportation or something like that. But yeah, pile number twos. Well, that is all the time that I have for you, my dreamy dreamers. I love you all so much. I really hope this message resonated with you. If it did, please hit that thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Go watch another video. I have a plethora of timeless readings on this channel that I feel like you guys will still be able to resonate with. Also, if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, or you're interested in gifting a personal reading to one of your friends, family, or loved ones, look no further. My email address will be in the description box down below, where you can do just that. Okay, I love you all so much, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number threes, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this beautiful oval amethyst alongside pocket of protection with yarrow. So you know what I'm getting immediately, pile number threes? It is safe for you to heal. It is safe for you to heal. You are protected. The rug isn't going to get pulled from underneath your feet. Nothing like that. You are safe to heal. And I feel like you are in, maybe you have been protecting yourself, putting yourself in like a protective bubble or something like that. And that's okay. But go about doing your healing. Like, go about it. Like, don't just put yourself in a bubble and shield yourself from the world. If you do that, that's okay. But know that, have a purpose when it comes to doing that, right? Especially for this time, because sometimes, you know, there's a season for us to be in our protective shells and be in our protective bubbles. But then there's other seasons for us to kind of go out there, be more open, be more vulnerable, right? But ultimately, what I am getting for this is the pocket of protection with the amethyst crystal. Is it's okay for you to heal. It is safe for you to heal. You are protected. You are guided, and spirit has your back. Okay. I do want to read a little bit of the yarrow for you, so bear with me. Okay, so it says, pocket of protection yarrow. In older times, yarrow traveled with warriors, while her official job was staunching wounds, keeping the insides in and the outsides out. Her presence brought bravery to the soldiers she kissed. Today, she has much the same task. Yarrow assists you in keeping your boundaries, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual. She creates personal pockets of protection so you can slow down, gather your strength, and find your courage. Yarrow reminds you that your boundaries are not just for keeping the outside from coming in, but also for keeping yourself from leaking out. Letting thought and emotions run rampant in the world. Yarrow will create a bubble of protection, a bit of sacred space within which you can regroup, regenerate, and recreate yourself. Exactly. Like, I couldn't have said it better myself. Pile number threes, you are safe to heal. And with that healing comes a sense of recreation. You are in the perfect prime to recreate yourself, if that's what you want to do, or if that's what you've been feeling like it, time is permitting. Okay, so let's continue. We're going to pull from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards. Thank you. Okay, I'll take the cards that fell out too. So our first card is last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. I feel like pile number threes, you guys might be my pile who are really tough on yourself. You know, you guys are tough on yourself. You don't really even acknowledge the, how far you've come or the accomplishments that you have, achieved thus far. And you should really be proud of who you are now, and even more so who you're becoming. Okay. So we have new moon in Aquarius with open to change. Yeah, I feel like you are feeling the winds of change. You really are feeling like you want to shift something in your life, or really to recreate yourself. And right now is a prime time to do it, pile number threes. It might take some effort. It might take a lot of courage as well, and a lot of strength right now. But you can do it. And now is the prime time. And then we have full moon in Sagittarius with see the bigger picture. What is it how do you want your life? How do you want yourself to look like 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now? You know what I'm saying? Because it can occur. It can happen. As long as you visualize that, you give yourself time and space, you even create those much needed boundaries with yourself, you can fulfill what you want to be done, right? Bottom of the deck, first quarter moon in Sagittarius, believe in your good luck. I feel like now you are so lucky. It is a prime time to do it. I'm almost getting like now or never, even though it's not that, what is it called? It's not that all or nothing, but I'm feeling like if not now, when? You know what I mean? Now is a perfect time to kind of like be in a state of solitude, be proud of yourself, reflect on all that you have gained and all that you have grown into existence thus far. And don't be afraid to, double down on that and create more things and more things for you to be proud of, okay? So tell us more, Spirit, clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s. What life-changing opportunities are coming in for pile number 3s, are opening up for pile number 3s. Oh, okay. A brand new start is coming. Okay, a brand new start, the youth. Okay, 555 on the time clock. So the youth is the Fool. We have generosity of air, which is the Queen of Swords. And we have the velocity of fire, which is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so let's get one more card. What life-changing opportunities are opening up for our pile number 3s? Thank you. And we have the Ace of Water. This is really beautiful, pile number 3s. Bottom of the deck, the Star card. So I have a feeling that you're really coming into a place, you're really coming into a portal where, a lot of new beginnings are about to open up for you, right? I feel like you've been through a lot and you've experienced a lot. So now you'll really know how to handle them once they come in. And there's a lot of adventure with this velocity of fire. This could also be a fire sign coming in for you, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, but it doesn't have to be. But ultimately what I'm getting is that you are seeing kind of like new versions of yourself present themselves to you, to be more in the forefront and not be afraid to be more in the forefront, to take adventure, to, understand and be okay with not knowing everything or not knowing everything that you want right now, but you're working on that, right? You're becoming clearer and you're becoming more clear about what you want as the days move forward, right? We have 2 court cards. We have a Queen and a Knight. So I do feel like you are really open to expanding into the vastness of what the universe has to offer you, right? And you're willing to take risks right now. And that means even and you're protected, right? Along the way. You are protected along the way. And I feel like you're watering yourself. You're making sure that you're good, okay? You're focusing on self-love and placing an emphasis on self right now with the Ace of Water. I know traditionally that means like, oh, I just seen 808 on the time clock too. I know traditionally that could represent like, oh, a new love coming into play or, things of that nature. But what I'm really getting here is you watering your garden, you making sure that your waters are pure and are blue, and are serving you as you play, as you adventure. You really prioritizing yourself. And that feels like a risk right now, but you're willing to take that. Okay. And it's interesting because we have just this one card where she's right behind a door. You're about to enter into a portal, pile number 3s. Okay. I do want to clarify this velocity of fire. Clarify this velocity of fire for our pile number 3s. Yeah. So we have card number 14 with alchemy. This could be a Sagittarius coming in. Okay. Life-changing opportunities. Maybe there's a Sagittarius coming in to help offer you or translate a new life-changing opportunity coming in for you. But what I'm getting here on an energetic level is you aren't afraid of redistributing your energy right now, but in like a safe way for you, right? You're not afraid of changing your mind and making that change work for you. That's ultimately what I'm getting here. Let's see. Who is this, or what is this Queen of Swords? Who is this, or what is this Queen of Swords, Spirit? Okay, she wanted to fall out. Balance. Yeah, you're finding balance within your experience. Yeah, you're finding balance within your experience. You're trusting yourself more, pile number 3s. And you're willing to take risk and bet on yourself. Okay, and I feel like Spirit is protecting you to do just that. You are being shielded so you can do that because it's a part of your destiny. So let's conclude your reading with some final messages here. Okay, I'm gonna just take this card. Have an attitude of gratitude. I love that. Be proud of yourself. Forgive yourself at the bottom of the deck. Whatever you feel like you have fell short from, pile number 3s, please realize we are human and we are here on this earth all having this similar experience, okay? Be grateful for what you have in this moment, and be grateful for your life and the opportunities that you have. Forgive yourself and be proud of yourself, okay? You are doing amazing, sweetie. Okay, and with that being said, I love you all so much, pile number 3s. I really hope this message resonated with you. If it did, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would. If you all are interested in booking a personal reading with me or gifting a reading with me to a friend or family member, look no further. My email address will be in the description box down below. And also share this video and watch more videos. That'll help me as well. And I think you'll find benefit in them as well. So I love you all so much, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.